Happy New Year, WTU. It's actually the first live feed of 2021 now that I think about it. I didn't think about that before I started this live feed. I was just about to say hello everyone. So Happy New Year. I hope you're all well. I hope you all got through Christmas and New Year. Everything went okay for yourselves, your family and your loved ones. Yeah, as my daughter said, that was a very strange Christmas, Dad. So yeah, it certainly was, but I hope you all had the best time possible. I'm just coming on to do a bit of a quick update. There's not a great deal to update in terms of progress. The WTU invitation to respond has been sent to the Secretary of State by Robert Jaffe, partner of Vince. So we are now waiting for the Secretary of State to respond. Obviously, they will be focused on the current crisis more than the previous issues, so there may not be such a rapid response. The intention of sending it out was actually the day before Christmas Eve, 23rd of December, we finally sent it out, was so that we could follow it up in a couple of weeks into January. Already every correspondence that has been sent to parliamentarians in the last, say, 3 months, virtually all have responded to say they've all been very occupied and very busy with the COVID crisis, understandably so. So on that basis, I suppose we expect a slower turnaround than we would have normally hoped for. So there's not a great deal to update in that area at the moment. We've just got the progress. It's happening. It's slow, but it's happening. So I'll give you a quick shout out for some merchandise. If you like to have your face coverings, we've got these WTU snuds now, which you can also use just as neck warmers like I do. So yeah, there's also the new hoodies and the new hats. Everything that we have for merchandise, nothing's for sale. We're a community group, we're not a business, so there's nothing for sale, it's all for free, but obviously if you can donate to cover the costs or contribute to the cause, that would be fantastic. We will be updating the website soon. We're in the process of getting that sorted in the background to update the merchandise page to better represent the range that we have, and also explain how much it costs to the community and how it can be donated to pledge money. So keep your eye out for that. I'll update as soon as we get there. It's not that I'm actually cold in my house. I'm putting my hat on because my hair's a flaming mess, is the truth of the matter. It's winter time, my hair's always a mess in winter, so I'm just hiding messy hair and getting out the merchandise. So I'll also give out another shout out. Alan Buffrey compiled, we have 2 books now. I should shout these out more often. These are fundraiser books. They're ongoing. They're for sale on Amazon. Inside our hat and other inside my hat and other heads, and Words of Weed and Wisdom. These are a collection of poems, writings, stories, pictures, all kinds of things actually for people from the kind of community, campaigners, activists from around the world. And Alan Buffrey has very generously pledged any profits, I think not just from these books actually, from a lot of the books of his range at the moment, any profits he's making he's pledging to the WTU campaign. So if you'd like to get a piece of Prohibition history, kind of WTU Prohibition history, please get yourself to, I hate to say the word, but it's free postage and it's got good publishing apparently, so Amazon. Yeah, please have a look at those, don't miss the opportunity. So the reason I wanted to get on tonight actually, very quickly, I've been trying to get the WTU into the main newspaper. It's very, very difficult. I've just seen 2022 calendar in the background. I've still got my nude photos of me and my grow waiting to do this calendar, so if you don't mind, can we get a wiggle on and do it, please? So yeah, I'm all up for making a 2022 nude grow calendar for full fat buds. So if anyone wants to do that, let us know, but that's a different thing, Naomi Robinson. We'll have to come back to that. The real problem we've got at the minute is trying to get the main media, the main news, to even give any time to WTU. They won't seem to report on us. It seems to me quite possibly we're a bit too controversial for them, mainly because we're calling out the government hypocrisy, we're calling them a bunch of liars, crooks and thieves, and we're trying to get the law changed. We're not really going on about this medical cannabis business, this elusive medical cannabis. We're actually just challenging the law. And that may be a bit politically inconvenient and palatable. So it seems to me that we don't really get into the newspapers, I suspect, for that reason. We want decriminalisation. We want a legally regulated market. We want no more prosecutions. Whereas some people want to still be able to prosecute people that choose cannabis but just aren't too sick enough, So the WTU is looking at the whole big picture, not just the narrow picture, which has always been what's made it such a hard fight, actually. The medical use of cannabis has always been the easy fight, whereas the WTU has always taken on the hard fight, the big fight for the full human rights fight. So what we're trying to do in the meantime, today I'd intended to get myself on the phone and phone all the main newspapers and start having a chat with reporters and trying to build up a bit of rapport, not face to face, but voice to voice. But like for the Daily Mirror, for example, all their numbers have shut down. They've all gone home. No one's working anymore because of the COVID. A lot of them are working from home. Farmers Weekly is a good idea, someone's saying there. So a lot of them are working from home, and I eventually got through to one person, and it was quite a ball ache, for want of a better term. So I'm trying to. I had Paul Sperry. He's been very kindly taken the time to try and search down databases of emails addresses for reporters, British and global, but they cost thousands of pounds to buy these pre-made databases of newspaper reporters. So I've actually today I found a website, you'll see the link. In fact, I've got it up on my laptop. Bear with me a second, let me just flip this round. Now, unfortunately, aside from the fact that I now homeschool my daughter and I'm raising my kids alone, so it's all very difficult, and I have very little time or energy left for campaigning. My arms don't work and I can't use laptops very well. Excuse me, I've got a bit of indigestion going on. So I found this website today, and the link's in the post on this post here, earthnewspapers.com, and in it, it had, I was very pleased with this list of all the newspapers, and as you scroll down, it's got the 4 nations, which I was really pleased to see. In fact, we've got Ireland and Northern Ireland here, which is really impressive. And then, because I'm in England, it seems, I've been presented the newspapers for England. Now, Claire Sperry started on this for me today. She also, similar to me, struggling with life and all the rest of it, so a limited time. But if we can get many people working on this and searching through it, so Claire's doing Wales, for example. I've started England. It would be good to get some more help because I really won't be able to do it. But if we could have some volunteers to go through these links. Now, if I scroll down and show you a little bit, I won't go on about it for too long, but let's... the Daily Telegraph I've already been into, actually. They've got a contact page, so that was no use. But in some of them, you can click onto the logo. It takes you through to the website. Now, Claire's saved me a lot of time today. I normally spend ages scrolling all the way down to the bottom like this, because I normally scroll all the way down to the bottom. Oh, I hate these damned cookie settings. They the biggest bane in my life next to passwords. Reject all. Shove them up your ass. Sorry. So, yeah, the contact us at the bottom. There you go. Nearly every one of them has it. Oh, stop moving around, would you? You go to the contact page, and usually... See, I'm only able physically to do this for so long before my whole body sort of starts breaking down on me. And then here, you get emails. So here we've got for Times Radio, the Sunday Times, and it gives you all these different aspects. So basically what I'm here to kind of beg people to do, people say, oh, let us know if I can help, or they say, oh, I can't donate money, but let me know if I can help in any other way. Well, now is the time, people, ladies and gentlemen, that anyone can actually help quite easily here, just by spending a few moments on this website, and perhaps just find your own local newspaper. And then what I'd like you to do then, once you've found your local newspaper and you've copied all the emails, if you go to the WTU website, bear with me a moment while I'm just on my laptop flicking that around in the background. On the website, Paul Sperry, the link's also in the blog here. Paul Sperry has made a page for us today and a contact form. If we go to blog posts, ¿Qué pasa, mi amor? ¿Qué quieres? Okay, I'll come up and start it back to the beginning for you very soon. Just let me finish this live feed, my little heart. Thank you, darling. I'll be up soon. So if you go to the blogs page, you can see here we have the email harvest. I might ask Paul to put this on a separate page so it's even easier to find. Oh, sugar. On this page here, where it says, it explains here, we need your help. We need your help to get as many email addresses for newspapers and reporters and influencers and journalists and editors, anyone you can think of that might help report on the WTU story, the progress, the campaign, our plans and everything we're trying to achieve. Because so far, okay, we've been mentioned in a couple of local newspapers, my local newspaper, we've been mentioned in the Daily Mirror the once, but no one's actually yet really had the courage to report on our story. So here we go. If you follow the link through, it gives you this page where you can add your email, and then beneath there in this box here you're able to copy in and paste whatever emails off your website that you get. So really there's a wealth of information on there. In fact, if I go back and show you on the UK, on that UK newspapers ones, they've actually got, if you look on the icons, it's got all these icons for all the nationals, and then the tabloids, and then it's got the locals. Now this is just for England that I'm looking at, so I'm not sure if every single one is on here, but there is a serious amount of emails that could be harvested from all of this website. Once upon a time I'd have just done it all myself. Unfortunately I'm not able to do so, so I could really I need the community's help. You know, we've got 5,800 members in our group, I think it is now. If every one of you just went off and got me an email address for your local reporter, it would be fantastic. Let me just put my phone down a minute, please. So yeah, I'll ask you all, someone's mentioned a wireless mouse. I do have a bit of a boreless mouse that I occasionally use, but it's always a problem. What's that? Spare new unboxed? I've never tried one. Okay, I have to have a word about that yet. It sounds a good, interesting one. Thank you, Joanne Griffiths, I think surname, for your email list of contacts. I've received that and I will be using that. I have, with the help of Alan Buffrey and Mitch Bly, been writing a press release. You know, I don't know how to write press releases, but I've been writing one and been getting some guidance and advice and tips from other people. And what I'll do when that's finalised, I'll get that and post it into the group here, so it's there for you guys to also share to your local newspapers and email as well. Basically, many hands make light work. You know, this is something that's not going to cost anyone any money. It might cost 15-20 minutes of your time to just pop off and copy and paste an email and submit it on the website. So yeah, I beg you take that time, please. And then what I'll do is I'll just hammer them every month until one of them bites. Think of this as ground baiting them. You know, we've only just literally taken, although WTU's been going for nearly 3 years now, it's our first legal step that we took on the 23rd of December 2020. So it took a long time until we got to that first legal step with legal representation acting for us, not just little old me or you guys there at home. So that was quite a significant moment in our history. So to take it to the next level now, we need to try and get out into the main media. We need to try and raise money through merchandise for a publicity awareness campaign to try and let the rest of the people in the country know what we're trying to do. So on that basis, I'd also ask you to share the website, to share it on all of your social media platforms. Tell all of your friends and families. You know, if you're still hiding in shame and behind the stigma of cannabis, then it's going to hold us back forever. We've got to throw off the shame, throw off the fear, throw off the stigma, and really get out there and tell everyone our truth. You know, let our truth be our shield. There's no shame in the fact that cannabis improves our lives. The government has been dishonest. That's all that it comes down to ultimately. So I beg you to join in and help. You know, it doesn't cost anything. So I'm trying to think of anything else I need to touch about before I shut off. I start homeschooling again tomorrow. Basically, I took my daughter out of school in September because of the COVID legislation, and she's been at home with me ever since. We've been making wonderful progress. If you're able to do it, I totally recommend it. Don't be scared. I was scared. It's wonderful when you get doing it. So if you have the opportunity to do it, I would totally say don't be scared of it. It's the best thing ever. It does mean that, like my campaigning, I can't campaign anymore now because, well, not as much, because my focus now is my daughter. So during the days now, Mondays to Fridays, I'm going to be back on home schooling during the day. On my coffee breaks and fag breaks, I'll jump on and have a little bit of interaction. So really now I need the community to come together and make many hands make light work. So I'm hoping by the end of this week, perhaps, it's Monday today, isn't it? So by the end of this week, hopefully, we could have a significant database of emails for editors and newspapers for all over the country. but only if you guys step up and help me. So I beg you now is your opportunity to just do one little thing to help the WTU, and it could become monumental, because this could be the email that makes a reporter take note, take interest, take the hook, and get our story out there. And when we get our story out there, that's when we'll get more membership. That's when more people will learn about us, and WTU will go from 5,800 to 58,000 to 580,000, maybe to the 5 million something consumers in the UK that actually exist but hide in the shadows and don't even know about us. So there's only one way to do it. Get banging your drums, folks. Get up there and let people know about us. Do what I do, get on every soapbox you can, start screaming and shouting. So on that note, if you wanted any of the WTU merchandise, if you would visit to the website, the merchandise page, wtuhq.org, go to the merchandise page. It explains how the whole structure of WTU works. We will soon have kind of the breakdown of the costings of these items. I think these are a £5 to produce and £1 to post, for example. So if you actually have no money, you can still email and say, I've got no money, can I have a snud please? And you'll get a snud still, because we want the community to have equal access to everything. But if you want the community to grow and to prosper and to be able to share amongst everybody else, if you're able to donate, then that's the way forward. So it'd be like a £6 minimum donation for a snud, but that would just cover the costs. If you wanted to actually contribute to the cause, anything above that on a snud would be contributing. I think the hats are about £5 or £6 the same. I think these hoodies were £15 or so. These are really nice quality, and the t-shirts beneath as well, like real lovely t-shirts, nice cotton. So you know, get kitted out, folks, and while you're doing that, apart from being comfortable and looking great with some dapper colours, you're also helping the movement grow. So on that basis, thank you. Keep going. I'll update. I should be having a call with Robert soon this week. He'll only just be getting back to work, I think, this week as well. So I just give him a little bit of time just to get back and get settled, and then I'll be on him like a hot potato. So lots of love, people. Keep your spirits high. I'll just have a little quick scroll through this, actually, because I don't normally look for any questions. I hope you're all well, man. I miss being able to get together. I am just scrolling through road trip. Someone says here, WTU road trip, let me take the photos of you. Well up for a road trip as it happens. I can't drive myself, unfortunately, and I'm always at home. And the way this COVID thing is, the idea of putting on a public event at the moment, well, I don't even think you're allowed to travel across regions at the moment. So a road trip, that would be one illegal road trip, and not because we all had cannabis in our pockets for a change. But something I was, I think it was Philip Anthony Bevington was talking about a road trip as well, as it happened. I think we need to make a virtual road trip, actually, because otherwise we might be waiting like forever. The way things are going. So it seems to me our best bet would be to try and make a virtual conference, in essence, where like we had our community events, but do it all virtually, either pre-recorded or live feed videos and things like that. So if anyone has knowledge or experience in organising digital forum conferences, I don't even know what the right words are, I'd really like to hear from you to try and set that up. We could have people like myself, Philip Anthony Bevington, and any other people wanting to come and share their stories, maybe try and get some other guest speakers of higher calibre and experts and all that sort of stuff. It's an idea to try and still keep our community growing. I know that when we used to do the community outreach talks, that's what helped WTU grow. A lot of people, even on this feed now, is because we went to these talks that we all met and are now connected. So if we could get like a virtual one happening, that could be a good alternative in the meantime. I think we're about to all be locked in our houses again. This feels like small fry all of a sudden, truth be told, but I just have to keep fighting anyway. This legislation still stands, and we still need to try and find a way to challenge it. So lots of love, people. I hope to have a flood of emails off you. I'm going to be sorely disappointed. Really will. Right, lots of love. Keep your spirits high. It's been a long fight. 2 years, 9 months. Yeah, it's 3 years this March since WTU began. I can't quite believe it's been 3 years, if I'm honest. I'm always honest, so that's what you're going to get from me. What a long journey, and we've only taken the first legal step. So it might even be another 2 or 3. So I hope you're ready for the long haul, folks. Dig your heels in. Let's get going. Right, lots of love. Take care, folks. Speak soon. Bye-bye.